bodies right now. Giving thanks to yourself for showing up here, showing up for yourself, for your healing. Maybe noticing your breath, not so much changing it, but just noticing what's there. Noticing your breathing pattern. Coming home to yourself the first time today, maybe even the first time all week. Sending your breath to your back. Trying to inflate the back of the lungs, back of the heart with every inhale. Thoughts that are visitors right now, feel free to thank them and let them go. As if it's a lotus flower floating away. And then on your next inhale, we're going to take both hands to the left side of the mat, really stretching through the right side of the body. Bringing your attention the right side, exhaling and inflating that side of the body, creating space. And take a big, deep breath here, the deepest breath you've taken all day. Hold at the top for 1, 2, 3, and sigh it out. Inhale, come to center. Take the breath. And exhale the other side, stretching out the left side this time. Allow this side to be different. Again, breathing into the left side, the gills of your lungs. And again, take your biggest deep breath you've taken today. Hold at the top. And exhale, sigh it out. Back to the center of the mat, and then we'll come up to our knees whenever you're ready. And throughout any of this, if any movement doesn't feel good to you, just do whatever feels good in your body. This is all suggestions, but by no means is anything required. And then I'm going to take this out, get a block. Just sit on that guy. And here, we're just going to bring some of our attention and space to the shoulders. So arms will go out wide, hands are flexed, and then we'll just rotate the elbow back very slowly, very intentionally. Feel free to close your eyes and really tap into your own body. Try to go as far back as you can, and wherever your maximum is, just hold there. And exhale, go the opposite way. Again, pushing at that maximum for a second. And just go at your own pace. Bringing your awareness to the new opening, the new spaciousness in your shoulders. Maybe it feels different than it's ever felt before. And if you want to stay here longer, feel free. If you're ready to move on, go ahead and bring the hands down to the thighs. And then we'll just lean left ear over to left shoulder, stretching out this right side of the neck. And then gently take your left hand and just guide the top of the head over to the left, just to feel a slight stretch. And then extend the right arm out just above the floor. Again, just so you're accentuating this stretch right here in the neck. As you touch your head, giving your head a moment of gratitude for holding itself up all day, giving the neck gratitude. Tapping into all of the unseen and potentially forgotten things our body has done for us. Slowly bringing that left hand to the mat, and then right arm goes above the head, over to the side of the room, left side. You can bend your left elbow here to kind of get some more movement. And then we'll inhale forward, so bring that basically a cat-cow here. Going at your own pace. Go ahead and bring that right arm down, feeling your aura expand. And take a minute here, hands on the thighs, just noticing the difference between the sides. Maybe feeling your calves talking to you, your feet talking to you. And then we'll lean right ear to right shoulder. Again, using that right hand to assist in that opening of the neck, and the left arm extends out, again assisting. Again, we'll do this cat-cow motion. You're just going lower, rounding through the top of the spine and expanding through the chest as you make your way back up to the top. Going with your own body's flow. Dropping your right arm down. If you have a water, go ahead and take a sip. One of the best things that we can do for ourselves is hydrating. And really, as you drink that water, intentionally feel it move down your body. Just as if we water a wilting plant and then the plant wakes up, that's kind of what we're doing within our own bodies. And from here you can remove the block, and then we're going to come down into a puppy pose. And then so reach forward, thighs or hips stay up. And then very similar to downward dog here. Go ahead and inhale up back to tabletop. Kick out the feet. You know, my feet are feeling a little bit talkative right now. And we'll go ahead and meet in a down dog. And then just walk out your dog. Get some sensation in the feet, stretching out the muscles, the calves. Walking the feet to the front of the mat. And finding your blocks in a forward fold here. And inhale, extend. Lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold down. Shake out the head. Shake it no. Shake it yes. You can keep your hands on the blocks if that's comfortable, or if you want to grab your elbows. Finding a generous bend in the knee. And hands can find the blocks again. I'm going to move the feet closer together. And then find a bend in that right knee. And then take the left hand up. Opening the shoulders, getting a nice stretch in the hips. Breathing into any discomfort. And exhale, switch sides. Twisting the bodies helps us wring out. So you're wringing out toxins, you're wringing out anything in there that's not serving you. Exhale, other side. So in each twist, try to get a little bit deeper. And really picture the inside of your body being squeezed out. And anything that's not serving you, falling away, going through your digestive system. Other side. And then just take this at your own pace for a few minutes. A few breaths, sorry. And both hands find the blocks again. And then we'll widen our feet to the width of the mat. And then take one of your blocks and put it right under the bum, where the bum would sit. And then I like to just kind of stabilize with this block and then lower down. Finding a nice stretch in the hips and opening. You can find prayer hands. You can make this as active as you want or as passive as you want. This is one of the songs that when it comes on, I just like to have my students breathe, listen to the words, see what hits, see what lands with you. Inhale, do another twist. So the right arm will go out straight, left hand reaches above. Inhale, exhale, twist. And back to prayer. Inhale, opposite side, opening. Again, and on that exhale, push into the left thigh. So you can twist a little bit deeper here. And back to center. Then we'll gently come down to our backs next. And then I actually like to keep my blocks on the side here. That'll make sense later. Cutting down, grabbing your strap with you as well. And just meeting the floor with your back. And as you're ready, we'll take the left foot up into the strap. So the ball of the foot will really be on the strap. And then you don't have to flex your toes so intensely here that it's making a lot of sensation, but you want to have a nice stretch that feels good to you. Invitation to extend the right leg down. If it's comfy touching the floor, feel free to leave it there. And I like to move my hands down the strap to the very end. If your strap is long enough, you can kind of put your hands above your head. But my strap isn't long enough for that, so. Just feeling into the opening in the back of the leg. That left leg across the body, finding one of those blocks. Rest your left foot right on top of that block. Then grab onto your strap with the right hand. Take the left arm, extend it out to your left side, look over your left shoulder if that's comfortable. If that's too much on the neck, just look up at the ceiling or even over at the right side. Any thoughts that are coming up for you, anything that is coming to your mind space as you're trying to relax. find a little bit of relaxedness in that left leg. And again, we're going to twist here, so we're really bringing out body. On your next inhale, guide that left leg back up to the top. If you need to plant your right foot, move your hips to adjust. And then grab your block, set yourself up to open to the left side. And again, we'll just lower the left leg out to the side. Finding the block, you might need to adjust like I did. And here I prefer to keep my right foot planted, and I actually just move it to the outside edge of my mat. Breathing into sensation, meeting sensation with breath. Go ahead and switch the feet. So walk your left leg up to the mat. Ball of the foot finds the strap. Left leg comes back down to the mat. Honor any differences in your body. Coming up. I know this can be a very uncomfortable place to be. And exhaling, right leg finds the block on the left side of your mat. Extending the right arm out to the right side. Big breath in. 2 big deep breaths into the lowest part of the belly. And on the next inhale, finding the top and with the right foot. And slowly releasing the strap, releasing the foot back to the mat. The knees will come together here, and then feet will find planting at the edges of your mat. This is knee knock pose. It'll help release your lower back, and also help us just ground into this new space we've created in our body. Bring your hands to your belly. Breathing into your belly so that your hands inflate with every inhale. So often we go through the motions in our weeks. We get to Friday and we're so excited about the weekend without even really honoring where we've been this entire week. So just mentally in your head, I would love you to take a minute and think about where you were on Monday, what happened in your day on Tuesday, all through the week until you wind up at today. You're finding it hard to even recall where you've been. I know I am. Can you remember a moment that felt really good to you this week? What about that moment felt good? Were you making time for yourself? Are you making space with a friend? Having a win or something worth celebrating? And were there any low moments of the week? Do you have any really difficult days? Any challenges that arose with you or in a friendship or relationship, or even the relationship to self? How did you handle that? Sometimes we can be so hard on ourselves about how we move through our challenges and struggles. However you met your struggles this week, I want you to meet them being proud of yourself, even if you didn't show up in your fullest, best expression. Our challenges are a great opportunity to extract lessons. So use this moment of stillness to extract any lessons that came up this week. Rather, the teachings of those lessons. time of things tend to get intense energy. Things are highlighted. The moon is out illuminating the sky all night. Beings tend to come out. These may stay up later, have more energy, have lower energy, really depending on where you are in your own unique cycle. Out to the side if that's comfortable. Taking a moment to intentionally release the week, the good, the bad, the growth, the struggles, the wins. Noticing this calm, centered place within yourself now. Knowing that whatever arises, you always can tap back into this place. I want to emphasize what we want to give ourselves credit for again. Hard for you to even find what you're proud of yourself for this week. It can be as simple as drinking water, reminding yourself to go to the bathroom and not holding your pee. I know I do that. Giving yourself props for showing up here. I assume if you're here for your healing, for your growth. To take a moment and slow down. That is so worth honoring. Tapping into how often you're taking this time to slow down for yourself. How can you create this feeling that you have now, this relaxedness, more in your daily life? Even if it's just 5 minutes of rolling out your mat, taking a few deep breaths every time that you start your car. And then taking a minute to just hydrate yourself. Where can you add more goodness into your life? Something coming up for me this week, this full last moon cycle, has been ways I don't want to show up like anymore. Showing up agitated, flustered, staying up late, scrolling on my phone before bed. What ways of being are you also ready to part with and make space for this more goodness in your life. In order to call in the new, sometimes we have to make space in our life. We've made space in our bodies. So how can we transform this embodiment, this created space in our bodies? We make that also in our life. As you're ready, you can move the bolster out of the way and roll over to one side. There's no rush to get there. Take a minute to be on this side, one ear on the ground. And before you make your way to a seat, I want you to intentionally rise and know what you're rising in. You'll rise in taking care of yourself, being the more compassionate version of yourself, being more gentle with yourself, gentle with others, forgiving of others or yourself. Every time that we intentionally move our bodies and create space, it's an opportunity of rebirth. So as you rise, what are you rebirthing? What is dying in order for you, the best version of you, to be reborn? When you're ready, you can open your eyes, grab your water, come back into the room. And I have put 2 cards you'll see in front of you. And actually, before we do the cards, go ahead and grab your journals, and then I just want you to write anything that's coming to mind, even if you write down, I have no idea what's on my mind. Just write down something that came up for you. Self-care oracle. I actually forgot my cards today, so this one, the self-care oracle, is from this space, and then the rainbow deck is actually the deck I made. It's just I leave it in my purse, so it might be dirty. You might have a dirty card or a child scribbled on the card. And I like writing down right whenever you rise, like what came up, and then seeing like where the synchronicities are in the cards. Feel free to take a picture too. What?
I'm gonna have to take a picture of
Oh yeah, for
me.
sure.
Because I am too.
I do too.
I'm the one that decides to take pictures of everything.
Right.
I know. I always have to process it next day.
Yeah.
I always like to revisit too and then kind of see
Oh
if
yeah.
there's a pattern.
Yeah. And one thing that just came up for me too, like this whole week is this idea of like really, to be fully honest, I was like driving and I just started like weeping, like just crying, and I was like, this doesn't hurt, like what is this release? And it really was like this parting with an old version of myself, like the part, I feel like I've gotten to know me so well over these last even like 2 years, and I'm really releasing that version of myself I know so well, and then going into this unknown phase of who is this person that I'm now getting to know. And I don't know if you guys resonate with that, but that's definitely like how I feel in this full moon too. We're really bearing this old version of ourselves to make space for this newness.
Yeah, I would like the same
Yeah.
kind of realization. Like literally like a week ago, I just started crying because I'm kind of sad that she's going, and I don't really know this new version. I'm sad that I don't know her, but I'm excited to get to know her.
Yeah, it's like holding space for that duality, and like we can hold both things, right? Like we can be excited and sad at the same time.
Yeah.
And I think it's so, especially in like spiritual communities, it's like be high vibe, don't be sad, and I think the opposite is actually true. You really have to like feel your emotions fully, and especially when crying comes up, like that's evolved within us, and I don't think every species has the gift of crying, and I think it really releases emotions and just things that are stuck in our bodies. So
I think you have to
space for both.
Like include and transcend.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like ignoring it is bad.
Right.
Or just kind of pushing it to the side is not good, because it is where you came from. Right.
Yeah, and it'll keep festering in the background and bring up crazy shit that you force yourself to look at something.
And I think for me right now, it's just permission. Right. It's not. I want to go there.
Right.
But I keep being like, well, I don't know for sure. And
Yeah.
so I keep holding myself back. So really, I'm more of a like, get off of me. Like,
Yeah.
like it's fine. I'm not gonna forget you.
Yeah.
But I need to go. Like I need to go.
Yeah. And then I know in therapy I've like had this concept with my therapist of like, I'm such a visual person, so visualizing like my full self, like this little stick figure that's like the biggest one, and then there's a little one that's doubt, and a little one that's worrying about money, and then a little one that like all these little parts of ourself, and sometimes those little parts like really fill up our whole sense of self, and so it's like giving them space and really intentionally being like, hey, you're good, I see you, what do you need, okay, and then how I see it in my brain is like that the doubt or something that came in was big, and the self is now able to shrink back down and kind of go into like the back seat of the car that myself is driving.
That's really funny, because one of the things that I visualized, I don't remember, it was like a work stress training. Where it was here's how we navigate stress. But it was at the end of it was like, look at your problem, visualize your problem. And then it was like, put it on a raft and set it to sail.
Right.
And that's what I did.
Oh, nice.
The end of it was like, I put it down on a raft and pushed it out to sea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that is, I think that's a huge one for me. And I have a book I read by Emily Gilbert, I think. Anyways, she has the same thing with fear. She's like, fear is going to be there. You just have to make sure that fear is never driving. Like, okay, fear, you're here, you're in the back.
Right.
Like, you can be there, but like it's okay you exist, but like you're never driving.
Yeah.
Like, you
That's
just
not
don't
Big
drive.
Magic, is it?
Huh?
Was that Big Magic?
It is, yeah.
Elizabeth Gilbert,
Yes.
Yeah, I love that book.
Such a cool one. I used to revisit it. See, control all these things.
Yeah.
Well, I need to read all of them. I don't have the time, but I will get them all.
See, and books are like my tarot. Like I have them, and then I just open to a random page, and then sometimes I'll start reading that. But usually I open it, read a page, put it on my nightstand. I'm like, I'll read more of that later, and then I pick up a different book.
Yeah. I think I've got like a stack of like 4 on my nightstand, and then underneath my nightstand. I just kind of, and I think maybe that's like just another permission thing. I just be okay with it. Be like, this is how I do this. it's fine.
Yeah.
Like no one, like other people might not get it, and it might not work for other people, but it works for me, and that's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Giving yourself that permission and just that's part of knowing ourselves too, right? Like knowing what works with our personality and what doesn't, like trying new things. I know I'm like diving into cooking again, which after just being on like a Wendy's McDonald's train, and it feels nice, but it's also like I'm having to rediscover like, oh, what's my process for like even just doing dishes and like not bitching at my husband about a sink full of dishes and those kind of things. But yeah, it's all that just like learning what works with you and what doesn't.
And then just honoring that.
Honoring that it's okay for it to be different, I guess. I don't know.
I think we should honor ourselves a lot, to like, oh,
Yeah.
I should be doing this and I should be doing that, and it's like what you're saying, honoring, like just
Yeah.
letting it be how we are, and
Yeah.
not try to force these like ways of being that we think that we need to be successful or whatever. Like let those override what our natural rhythm is. And that's like what this space, I hope it has been for you, is just like reconnecting with your own self, your own intuition. And then from here, from this space, like moving through and making this time for yourself, even daily or weekly, whatever you can muster, and just connecting more and more with your own intuition and knowing yourself so well, even though we're letting go of these past versions of ourselves. And just learning more and more every day.
I'm really getting into
Just rituals for myself and just like finding that intentionally the pieces that I want
to have included on a regular
regular basis and like
Yeah.
I mean, aware of those things.
because I do notice when I get away from it, then I'm like, like things get really. It's just, I mean, I'm kind of a jumbly person in general, but like it's more jumbled when I don't take that time.
Yeah,
and
for
so
sure.
I have to remember that.
Are you someone that likes routine, or are you more like don't love?
I like an outline,
Yeah.
and then I like to like zigzag in and
Yeah.
out.
But like, here's my I will get
This list of things done, but I'll like kind of
Right.
like this.
Work your way
But
around
as long
it.
as I have that frame, I'm good. Like I
Yeah.
will get all of it done.
Right.
And I think it can be challenging for people I collaborate with because there's faith there. You have to have faith in it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I will get it done.
Right.
Like, it may not be on your timeline. It will be last minute. It
Yeah.
will all be done. It will be good.
Yeah.
But that's just how I work. Yeah.
That's me too. I find that before I was like, oh no, I'm so flowy, I don't want any structure. And then without any structure, I kind of go a little crazy. And so it's finding that balance of like, no, I need structure, but I need the freedom to flow within my structure.
Yeah.
Like, I've told myself, okay, I'm not gonna like wake up and do dishes first thing. Like I wake up with this burst of energy and I'm like, oh, I need to use this to clean and blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, okay, move your body. And the other day I've done it for, I don't know, 7 days in a row, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting over this. And so I was like, oh, just like meditate, do something different. And then I wound up still moving my body, but just to get to that point, I had to like kind of mindfuck myself and be like, no, you're not actually moving your body, you're just meditating today.
Right.
Like it's different.
Yeah. You kind of have to like. It's so interesting because like your brain is so fascinating.
It's not always honest, right? Like your brain will tell you, like your mind tells you things that aren't true.
Right.
And it's like, and you have to be like, why am I telling myself those things? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, why would I be mean to me? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I tell my friends that all the time. I'm like, don't be mean to them. I like them. Like quit being mean to yourself. I like that person.
Yeah.
I'm just a routine person. It's
Yeah.
Just, it's just I'm a type A minus. Not a full type A, but A minus. Because I do get out a little bit, but like I definitely have to be like it's lined. Like that's just my life.
And I love making lists, and then I'll leave a list. and be like, where'd you go? And I'll come back to it and be like, oh, I was gonna do this. But like the list itself is a task for me, and I'm like, cool, I made a list.
You made a list.
That was a lot of work. I had to start from work.
That's what I did with actually like outlining tonight. I like wrote like the whole outline like a month ago, and then literally yesterday I was like, oh yeah, I made a list. Like why am I like sitting here ruminating? I'm like, oh, what is tomorrow gonna be like? And just went back to my list.
What was your card?
My card was celebrate,
Oh, cool. Okay.
which is like very
Interesting.
It's very interesting because like I am celebrating this new version of myself, you know, and it was talking about basically that and like how I need to really embrace it, and that's so hard for me to do, and like the impatientness because I'm not very patient with myself,
Right.
and I haven't been very patient with myself for a long time, so I gotta be patient.
And it helps too, like with patience, to just picture, like it's so much easier for us to have patience with like little kids. So like picture like yourself as like the youngest, like 5-year-old, 4-year-old version of yourself. And then it's like, oh, if I'm being impatient, I'm actually being impatient with this little girl. Like, is that how I want to be? That always helps me at least kind of slow down and just bring in more patience.
That's a good way to look at it.
Celebrate made me think of, I don't even know where I saw this, but it was like, you can be happy for no reason at all. And I really needed to hear that. Like, I just needed to hear, like, you don't have to have a reason to be happy. Like, you can just be happy.
Yeah.
And I think a lot
Writing
of
that
times
down.
it's very easy for me to just be sad, right? Or just be upset about something. And I like trying to code myself for that default of like, I can just be happy. I don't have to have a reason, or I can find a very simple reason, and there's tons of them. And it was something I definitely needed.
That's
Like,
such a good one.
yeah,
I could definitely resonate.
I had like a silly day that day too. It was really fun. I just like walked around giggling for no reason, and I was just like, yeah, you can just be happy. Like, it was really cool.
I love that.
Permission slip, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I love that.